Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be giving you some of my best tips on how to get rich in Adopt Me. I use these like every single day. This was my inventory less than a year ago. I think it was during like last Halloween, a little bit after last Halloween. As you can see, I had a good amount of pets. I didn't have too many megas. I had some randoms, but not as many as I have now. I don't really have any valuable pets. I don't really have any pet wear, nothing like that. I had a few mid-tiers, but that was pretty much it. And this is my inventory now. I know it's not like mega rich. I mean, like, sure, I don't have a high tier, but I could get one. I just don't really want to trade away a bunch of my pets. I have like a good amount of mid tiers. I have a lot of pets, a bunch of megas. Like, it just keeps on going. But yeah, mind you, I stopped playing for like 6 months in between. So this is a really good improvement if we count that in. Okay, so my first tip is, like, I'm a huge hypocrite when I say this because I miss so many events, but, like, don't miss any events. Like, for all the events, grind your freaking ass off. That is what I did during Sugarfest because I joined, like, halfway through Sugarfest, and I became so much richer. Like, it helped grow my inventory so much because I just grinded. If any new Robux pets come out and you have Robux, buy them and then trade them like right away, even if they are in game or they're gonna be in game, because you can get really good overpays. I remember last year, I traded, or not last year, 2 years ago, the Halloween pet came out, like the 𝒄𝒄𝒌 or whatever, and I traded it for a freaking Arctic reindeer and ads. Like, they were so over. I was so shocked. I don't have the Arctic reindeer anymore. But you can trade, like, the new Robux pets for such good overpays. Yes, it takes a while, but, like, it is so worth it. Trust me. Okay, you can also, like, save up a bunch of your age of potions, grind your ass off as soon as the new pets come out, and then make neons and megas. Like, be the first person to make neons and megas. And you can also get pretty good overpays for those too. Usually, it is a bit harder than the Robux pets, but I believe in you. But, like, my main tip for the events is use them to your advantage. Like, for the winter ones, the Halloween ones, the summer ones, the Easter ones, like, use them because you can grow your inventory so much. And even if you just play for like the main 4 events, your inventory will grow so much. Trust me, those are the things that you do not want to miss out on. Okay, so my second tip of the video is to hatch lots of eggs. Okay, so I used to never hatch eggs. I thought it was a waste of time, but it really is the best way to get randoms. And then you can trade those randoms. A bunch of people are trading their megas for 18 randoms, and then you can add a few of the in-game randoms that you've hatched. Trust me, it is such a good way. The eggs that I recommend hatching are the cracked egg, the retired egg, the gumball machine egg. I would not waste your money on the royal eggs or the pet eggs, but especially not the royal eggs. Okay, they are a scam. You can get like 4 cracked eggs for 1 royal egg. Also, this isn't really a part of the hatching eggs, but don't trade your out-of-game randoms for in-game eggs. Like, I did this a while ago. I traded a bunch of my randoms for a bunch of retired eggs. I think the video is still up on my YouTube. And you guys do not understand how bad I regret it. Okay? Because my randoms had, like, a good amount of value. Like, just don't do that. But you can trade your in-game eggs, like retired eggs. People love retired eggs, for out-of-game randoms. Like, that I do recommend. Like, for example, I traded a retired eggs for a Mr. Whiskerpips, which, yes, it's a lose on Elv, but it was a good trade because people are more likely to trade for a Mr. Whiskerpips. Also, you can trade those for randoms that you're looking for, so you can make a neon because I was looking for a Mr. Whiskerpips. But again, it's not really a part of the hatching eggs tip. The next tip that I am going to be telling you guys is use your pet pin and agent pods. Okay, so the pet pin is going to be your best friend. Like, I'm not even joking. I love the pet pin, even if you don't have randoms that you're currently making a neon, which you always should. If you don't have any randoms, like I said in the last tip, hatch eggs, okay? Like, you can just, even if you're not raising any pets, you still get bucks from the pet pen, so you can at least get free bucks. But like I said, it is such a good resource for when you're not able to play. You can just leave the game, and then when you log back in, your pets age up like a whole level. But when you are playing, your pets do age up 3 times faster in the pet pin, so it's also a really good resource. Also, in the side of like the thing, you don't have to teleport to your house to like claim the XP and the bucks from your pet pin, you can just press on like the task board, and then there's a section, and then you can just press that, and then you can claim your pet pin age up XP or whatever from anywhere on the map. Okay, so for the age up pots, you can like, even if you're making neons that you already have in your inventory, of course you can age up the neons separately, but I like having like 2 pets that I grind with to like get age up pots, and then I just use those age up pots to make neons that I've been meaning to make. But use age up pots. You can also get some from the lure, which yes, use the lure too, but you can make neons and megas of the new pets really fast, trade them for overpays. Age up pots are such a good resource. I like to at least have a few on hand, but when I get to around 40, I just spend them all. But also, I would recommend having like 2 pets that you always grind for like age up pots and stuff. My friendship levels are kind of low, only because I only started grinding like recently, like I think a month ago or something. I used to never grind in Adopt Me. I would just trade, and also just trading is like bad. Also grind, because like a balance of those 2 things is always really good. Okay, so this next one is kind of similar to the last one, not really, but it has the same topic of grinding. But get a Pets Plus certificate so you can equip 2 pets at a time. Okay, so if you have Robux, then instead of just buying the Pet Plus certificate, you can buy like the monthly subscription or whatever it's called, because it's only a bit more Robux and you get a lot more stuff. But if you don't have any Robux, you can always trade for one. That's the nice thing about it. A bunch of people are actually trading one. I think you can trade one of your like lower level megas for like a bunch of them, or you can trade like maybe 3-4 legs for one of them. Since the Pets Plus certificate will allow you to equip 2 pets at a time, you get double bucks and double age up potions. And also for events, sometimes you get the event currency by doing tasks on your pet. For example, this event, the Summerfest or the summer camp thing, you get the events currency for doing tasks on your pets. So if you want more of the events currency, then just have a Pets Plus certificate. So then you can equip 2 pets at a time. Okay, so the next tip that I have, everybody's probably told you this, but in case some of you guys don't know this, play as baby, because you get more bucks, and with bucks you can buy eggs, blah, blah, blah. I feel like I never see anybody playing as a baby anymore, which I don't know what happened, because you guys don't want more bucks. I mean, I get it if you don't really want any bucks and you're just going for age up potions, but just play as baby. It helps give you more bucks, therefore grow your inventory. Next up, we have use values. A lot of people are always like, value sites ruin Adopt Me, blah, blah, blah. But in 2020 or like 2019 or whatever, we still had values. We've always had values. It's just changed. But value sites are a really easy way to find out how much something is worth. So I personally use 𝒄𝒄𝒏, but the 2 options are 𝒄𝒄𝒏 and 𝒄𝒏𝒏𝒏. You can choose which one you use, but I recommend 𝒄𝒄𝒏 because I feel like it's easier to understand. I just prefer 𝒄𝒄𝒏. I would say stick to one value site mainly because like the values are pretty different and it's going to be hard to use both of them. I personally just stick to 𝒄𝒄𝒏. Also, I would not recommend using happy values. I sometimes do happy values, but like actual values is better. Don't overpay for pets unless it's like a pet that always gets overpaid, like a high tier or a cow. But like usually there is somebody in this world who will do your offer, okay? So just don't waste your value overpaying, you know? A lot of people stand in like trading servers forever just trying to get a trade, but that is why my next tip is to use social media or trading sites to get good trades. Okay, so first up, for social media, I would recommend using TikTok. YouTube sometimes works, but I haven't gotten too many trades through YouTube. But my favorite, personally, is Reddit. Like, I don't even know if that counts as social media. I just love Reddit for trading. Alright, for the trading sites, you actually have a lot of options. I would say the main 3 are Tradery. I never use Tradery. I've heard it's good. I've just never gotten a trade out of it. I don't really like Tradery. Then we got 𝒄𝒄𝒏, which 𝒄𝒄𝒏 is my favorite one, but there are a lot of scams there. So don't like click on any link or anything. Like if a trade seems way too good to be true, like they're giving you multiple high tiers for like an endangered egg or whatever, like don't do it. It is way too good to be true. But I would say as long as you stay clear of the scams, 𝒄𝒄𝒏 is amazing. Then next up we got АМVGG. I hardly use АMVGG. I think I've gotten like 1 or 2 trades from there. I don't know, I just don't really like it. And then also A lot of YouTubers have been sponsored by 𝒄𝒄𝒄, I think it is. I'm not entirely sure how good it is because I've never used it, but that's always an option. Okay, so since we're kind of on the topic of trading, next up we have learn demand. Demand is basically how much people want the pet. You know, okay, so I'm gonna give you guys some examples of hard to trade pets and easy to trade pets. Basically, all of the golden and diamond pets are very hard to trade. Like, nobody wants them, so I would stay away from them. Evil unicorns are the only high tiers that's hard to trade. Also, I've heard that mega high tiers are hard to trade, but I've never experienced it since I'm not rich enough for a mega high tier, unfortunately. Basically, all of the Lunar New Year tigers are hard to trade. Nobody wants them because they're kind of ugly. Also, the oxes are very hard to trade, so I would personally stay away from those. I do tend to have a hard time trading small megas as well, but it's okay because I like them. Okay, so now on the easy to trade pets, high tiers. Everybody loves high tiers, besides maybe the evil unicorn. The evil unicorn is kind of hard to trade, but other than that, high tiers are very easy to trade. I would say the easiest to trade is probably the owl and the bat dragon. That's what people seem to like the most. Also, a hedgehog, very easy to trade. I've heard the cryptid is also pretty easy to trade. I would say mid tiers are also pretty easy to trade, like the cow, the strawberry shortcake bat dragon. I have had some trouble with turtles and kangaroos in the past though. Okie dokie, next tip we have is building. Building houses in Adopt Me is a great way to get rich. I've done this before, except for I'm not the best builder, but if you're a good builder, which you can learn, you can get amazing trades for your houses. You can get like high tiers, all of that kind of stuff. Also, while we're on the topic of building, before you trade for a build, make sure that the build is not cloned, because like a while ago, I think 6 months ago or whatever, I traded a freaking fly ride strawberry shortcake back dragon and neon axolotl for a building. It was gorgeous, only to find out it was cloned. Very, very cloned later. I regret that so bad, so make sure you're not trading for any cloned houses. Okay, next up, similar to building, is do commissions. You can do commissions for building and Adopt Me. Also, if you're good at art, which I really recommend, is to do art commissions. You can get some really good value out of that. Post them on TikTok, YouTube, Reddit even. I would so do this, but I cannot draw to save my life, so sadly, that's out of the picture for me. Okay, lastly, this one's not too good, but join giveaways. I think I've joined a few in my life. I've only won once. I won a lunar moon bear, like the legendary one. I was very grateful, but you can win some pretty good pets from giveaways. A lot of YouTubers are doing them. Speaking of, I think later on, once I get more popular, which I will, of course. No, I'm kidding, but like, you know, if that ever happens, I will be hosting some of my own giveaways, so maybe you guys can join those. But yes. Okay, let me know if these tips were helpful or not. I have a few more tips, so maybe I can make a part 2. But thank you so much for watching. I love you guys so much. Have an amazing day, and bye. Mwah!